Thank you everyone for joining us for today's capability statement training webinar. My name is Mallory Terrell and I'm from the Office of Supplier Diversity with the City of New Orleans, and I have Dr. Barbara Holloway on with us, and I'm going to introduce her. Dr. Barbara Holloway is a resident of New Orleans, Louisiana, a certified volunteer SCORE small business mentor, former chapter chair and vice chapter chair of SCORE New Orleans. She is a licensed Center for Spiritual Living practitioner emeritus. She is the former campus chapter chair of the School of Business at the University of Phoenix and a senior manager in the various departments at Southwestern Bell Telecommunications, Southern California. Dr. Holloway is dedicated to studying spiritual principles and has a wealth of experience in organizational development and behavior that complements her ability to offer a listening ear and potential resource to small business owners. Her lifelong interest in business earned her a bachelor's degree in management, master's degree in business and organizational behavior, and a doctoral degree in business administration, which led to an employment career in business management and organizational behavior with the telephone industry and later university academics. Her life and employment career experiences include being one of the few females of color in several areas, beginning as the first female alto saxophone player from 8th grade through her second year in college. Then on to employment positions and opportunities in engineering, operations, and project management departments for the telephone industry. Dr. Holloway enjoys reading, CSL, and other spiritual studies, traveling to visit her adult children and grandchildren, swimming, and assisting others where possible along their chosen career paths. Thank you, Dr. Holloway, for joining us on today. And attendees, as a quick reminder, please feel free to drop your questions in the questions and answer box during the session. Dr. Holloway, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mallory, and welcome everyone. I consider it a privilege to be able to talk with you for a little bit today and to share what we've learned at SCORE and a little bit from our co-partners with the Small Business Administration, who support SCORE in a large way, to share with you the general requirements for capability statements for your work and your progress. So let's get started. Okay. You've had the introduction, and I will share with you a little bit about SCORE specifically. This is a no-fee service. Many of you may already be aware of it. It's available if you simply type in your browser score.org, O-R-G. The site will come up, the website, and there are a myriad of webinars and all sorts of information related to individuals wanting to start a business or are already in business and have various issues, or even a nonprofit organization. So there's a wealth of information there. It's available to you as taxpayers. You've already paid for most of it. And by most, I mean some of the webinars are fee-based. I think they're usually $10. But anyway, on that page, you'll see requests for a mentor or find a mentor. That's volunteers like me. We have over, oh my gosh, right around close to 9,000 of them throughout the United States and some abroad. And these are individuals who love discussing business, various aspects of it. Some obviously more professional and learned than others, but they're there. Our core asset at SCORE is to give you free information, just as much as we know, or direct you. Now, we can't give you legal advice, accounting advice and those kinds of things. We can share our opinion based on what you share. We can listen to you, talk, think about ideas, and etc. And then we will refer you. We're like a resource center to maybe small business development centers or legal folks, accounting individuals. Just depends on what the person needs. So that's just a short commercial for SCORE so that you have that at your disposal. And as a taxpayer, you've already paid for the services. Next, we'll talk about the capability statements. What are they? Most of you on this call, if not all of you, probably already know what they are, but I'll just share with you. It's a concise one-page document. The government, whom you will anticipate engaging in some type of contract services for, requires this. This is its basic way, without knowing who you are personally, because there's so many business folks, of knowing the core assets of your business and its relevance to whatever the contract offer might be. And I won't read all of the information on each slide. I'll just kind of briefly go over it. You can read that yourself at your leisure. But the most important thing to remember, it's a concise one-page statement document. These folks don't need several because they're busy. Next, the three key factors rather that you must remember. Keep that in your mind because we have a lot on our minds and we want to talk about all the benefits of our business, which, by the way, I applaud you on. But think about it from the recipient's end. They don't have time to talk to you about all of that. What they're trying to do is supply a contract, a need, and then move on to the next one. So you got to make sure you're familiar with your business and what it does and how it does in case you're asked specific questions. Be prepared to deliver a concise statement. And we call it an elevator pitch, meaning you should be able to tell somebody in 30 seconds what your business is. Very, very brief. And then you need to have a business card, or in today's environment, as we progress on, it's a QR scannable card to be able to share with anybody who asks for it. So let's talk about the format of a capability statement. And it is a set format. I've seen many through my career here at SCORE, and some of them are color pages, some are black and white, lots of other icons on them and to attract people, which is fine. The main thing you should know is the format is the same. Doesn't matter what it is, it's the same. It should be brief, as I shared with you earlier. You should see a sample of it on your page right now. And it's divided into those sections: the core competencies, past performance, differentiation. What makes you different from somebody else? A little bit of company data about you, and then the specific peripheral codes that these folks are going to want. And you might know, even in spite of what's happening throughout the world today, there still is that requirement to look for individuals, HubZone certified, DUNS, as you see on the bottom of the page there on the document. So I would advise any of you, if you have not acquired these certifications, please take the time to do so. They're no fee, the vast majority of them, or if there is a fee, it's very small. It's nominal. You can learn that through your, you can contact our SCORE folks, we'll direct you to some places. You can go to rather any small business development center at any city or in any university, for that matter, chambers of commerce. All of these folks help with what you're needing. So again, your statement should be a living document, changes depending on what contract you're sending. So you make one master copy and then you adjust it depending on what you're submitting. Don't plan on using just one for everything. That doesn't work. You've got to make sure yours is specific to whatever the contract services are that you're applying. Okay, save the document as it says with the company's name, and then you can go back and forth. Always use PDF format. It's another good thing. If you use any of the other ones, the words will shift around. And there again, if someone's reviewing you quickly for a contract offer, if your document is kind of shady or off balance, you're not going to call you and say, correct this page or correct this sentence. They're going to move it to the side and go to the next one. So you want yours to be as concise as it can be. All right. Now, there are 5 key areas, and you probably saw that, to conclude in a successful statement. Definitely your core competencies, what we talked about. What's the importance of you? What do you bring to that table? What differentiates you, causes you to be a little bit different or more competitive than your competitors? Any past performances that you've had, share that. Whether or not it was a contract through the government or not, if you had past positive performance related to what you're applying for, that is important. Make sure that's on there. And then your company data, and you can see that. Your NACE codes, whether you're a woman-owned business, you're 8A certified, all of that. Here in New Orleans, the SBA offers a Zoom 8A certification the second Wednesday of every month at 10 in the morning. And we have that information. If you don't have it, you can find it on the SBA.gov site, or at the end, you'll see my email address there. You can ask me and I'll direct you to it. There's HubZone requirements, and various organizations offer that as well. I believe Southern University, well, actually Xavier University has a small business development center that's perfect, guiding individuals in that. Delgado, I think, has one. There are just a lot throughout. So the goal is for everyone to be able to made whole, right? To be able to submit contracts. And last, the contact information must be clear. You don't have a website, I highly advise you get with some assistance to get one. A lot of the universities have senior technology major students who are happy to help you with that, and they'll use it as a senior project. So these are just hints for you. If you're budget conscious, you have these resources that are available that can help you at very little to no cost. Okay. And I may have gone a little fast, and I didn't intend to, but it's really the comment more than anything else, or the position, is to make sure you understand. Just as short as this information is as short as your capability statement has to be. Definitely, it does not excuse the work that's involved to get here, but this gives you time to do that. And so this, in a situation where you're applying for a contract, you want to make sure it's clear, short, and succinct. That helps the reviewers quickly get to you or look at yours and then award you with whatever the contract is. The shorter and more succinct, direct, and specific you are, you're really playing on two things in their mind. One, giving them exactly what they want, but more importantly, possibly the reviewers will think, oh, this person understands we're busy. It's not about wasting time, cuts, as we say in terms, cuts to the chase, but gets everything that we need and has it right here for us to make our decision. So again, make sure you think about that. Another help is to have someone proofread your statement. That's a service that we will offer. We cannot tell you whether your statement is going to be accepted or not. What we proofread is, does it meet the requirements that are on this information that I share with you about what should be on the statement. The selection is entirely, it's up to the person who's doing it, not us. But we can tell you that. Make sure you have any grammar or spelling errors, any of that type stuff. Make sure the statement is well written according to the guidelines we've given you. Because trusting, if it is, then that's going to open the door to you or for you for your contracting opportunities. Federal government, again, is a large organization, as you know. Regardless of any types of movements or reductions, it's still large and it's vast. And so those folks are quick and they have to get stuff done because they're on a timeline as well to respond. And if you do everything that we've said, position yours accordingly, it's going to set you apart, as I shared with you earlier, with your competitors, because you're going to obviously not look professional, but more importantly, you understand the importance of a short, succinct statement. It's almost like, what is your name? You don't have to provide several different explanations about who you are. My name is John Brown, such and such, or Janice Brown, such and such. That's it. So that's where these statements are. You want to give the person exactly what they want. This is my qualifications. This is what I've done in the past. This is what I can do for you. That's it. And trust me, as this last bullet says, it's worth the time and the effort to make sure it's done right. And then you don't have any problems.